Good morning, afternoon, or evening from whenever or wherever you are watching this video from. I am Jack Adamus by my Premier League football predictions, episode 36, game week 36. Let's get straight into it. We start game week 36 with the 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday, which sees Fulham hosting Everton. Fulham come into this game and their season has fallen apart of late. They have gone from having European ambitions to now falling into the bottom half of the table with only one victory in their last 4 games with 3 defeats. Everton come here on a similar run of form though. They have only got one win in their last 5 matches, and they did let a 2-0 goal slip last time out against already relegated Ipswich, which is the most of any team since the 2014-15 season. But with Fulham being undefeated in the last 6 head-to-heads, make that 7 come full time, with Fulham getting the win here in a 2-0 victory. Moving on, we have Ipswich at home to Brentford. Like I already said, although Ipswich are relegated, they did come from 2-0 down last weekend to show that they aren't going down without showing some pride. Unfortunately for them though, they do only have one win in their last 10 league head-to-heads against Brentford. Brentford have picked up some form in the final stretch, and they have won 4 of their last 7 matches with 2 draws and only the sole defeat. They now find themselves in the top half of the table. If Brentford do win here, it will be the first time they've won 4 consecutive top flight games since 1939, and I think that will be the case, as I can see them getting an away victory here in a 2-1 win. Also at 3 p.m. on Saturday, we have Southampton at home to Man City. I do sound like a broken record, but Southampton need only 1 point in their final 3 matches to stop them equaling Derby's record of the lowest points tally accumulated in a single Premier League season. City could sneakily end up finishing second this season in the Premier League, and they couldn't have picked an easier game on paper, as they are playing Southampton, who have conceded 82 goals this season, 45 of those goals coming on home soil. Going on Man City's current form, it's just a matter of how many goals they will score in this one. I reckon they'll end up scoring 4, and I can see them winning here 4-0. And the last 3 o'clock kickoff this weekend sees Wolves hosting Brighton. Wolves ended a 6-game winning run last weekend as they suffered a 1-0 defeat away to Man City. They now find themselves 13th in the table. Considering how badly they started the season, you will have to say they've had a very good season since then. Brighton, on the contrast, all season long they've looked like they will finish in those European spaces. Unfortunately, on their current form though, they've got 1 win in their last 6 matches. It has drastically dented those aspirations. The last time Wolves scored more than 51 goals in a top flight season was in the 1979-1980 season, where they scored 58 goals. I think they will come a step closer to getting to that 58 mark, as I can see them scoring 2 goals in this one. Unfortunately them though, I can see it being in a 2-2 draw. And for the 5:30 kickoff on Saturday, it is Bournemouth hosting Aston Villa. Bournemouth currently sit 8th in the Premier League, which looks likely enough to be playing Conference League football next season. That is down to the fact that they came from behind last weekend as they went 1-0 down at the Emirates, but they turned that round to win 2-1. Villa will probably need to win all of their remaining games if they are to finish in the top 5 and go back to the Champions League for a second consecutive season. They have got a good run of form in the Premier League though. They have won 6 of their last 7 matches. A very dodgy game to predict here, as this could easily go either way, but with Bournemouth only scoring more than 1 goal once in their last 12 home league matches, I can see Aston Villa getting the 3 points here in a 2-1 victory. Moving on to Sunday at 2 p.m, we have game of the weekend. As 4th place 5th in the Premier League, it is Newcastle at home to Chelsea. A game that which, wherever the scoreline finishes, it will affect the outcome of the top 5 come the end of the season. Newcastle will be looking to continue their great form at home, winning each of their last 5 home matches, scoring 3 goals plus in 4 of those games as well. Chelsea, though, they come here on a good run of form themselves. They booked a place in the final of the Conference League by winning in the competition yesterday, and they'll also continue their good run of form in all competitions with 5 wins in a row in all competitions. Newcastle have won 7 of the last 11 head-to-heads between these two sides at St James's Park, including the last 3 in a row. A game again which could go either way. I am going for Newcastle to win here 2-0 though. I reckon they'll score early and I reckon they'll score late to kill the game off. At 2:15 on Sunday, we have Manchester United at home to West Ham. Manchester United booked themselves a place in the Europa League final yesterday by beating Atletico Bilbao 7-1 on aggregate. That does deflect though from the fact that they are having their worst ever Premier League campaign. West Ham though, they are lucky that the 3 teams below them have just been that bad this season, because they have got relegation form themselves with no wins in their last 8 matches and lost draw consecutively for the last 8 weeks. With West Ham being in their worst top-flight winless run since May 2011, I think that will continue here, where Man United get back-to-back wins at Old Trafford in a 2-1 victory. Also at 2:15 on Sunday, we have Nottingham Forest at home to Leicester. Nottingham Forest find themselves outside of the top 5, and the chance of playing Champions League football next season is slowly fading away as there is only 3 games left this season. However, they will be boosted at the fact they have got Leicester, an easier game on paper this weekend. Leicester will be looking to put another dent in their Midlands rivals' chances of playing Champions League football next season. So although they are already down, they are going to be playing for local bragging rights in this one. Forest will be looking to complete their first league double over Leicester for the first time since 1994-95 season, and I think they will do that, and I think they will end this game week back in the Champions League spots, as I can see them winning here in a 3-0 victory. The last 2:15 kickoff on Sunday sees the London derby between Tottenham and Crystal Palace. Spurs, just like Man United, they booked the second place in the Europa League final with a 5-1 victory on aggregate over Bodo Glimt on Thursday. But in terms of the Premier League, they will be looking to finish the season strong and not suffer a shocking for them 20th defeat of the season. Palace have also booked themselves a place in the final, and that is of the FA Cup this season. And they come into this game in a good run of form. They have only lost 2 of their last 13 games in all competitions, winning 7 along the way as well. Spurs will be looking to get a 10th consecutive home league win against Palace, but I think they will have to settle for a point in this one in a 1-1 draw. And the 4:30 kickoff on Sunday sees Liverpool at home to Arsenal. Although this game is first v second, with the title already wrapped up, this game doesn't really hold any substance other than bragging rights. Liverpool do come into this one with only suffering their 3rd defeat of the season last time out, as they did lose 3-1 to Chelsea. This game does mean more to Arsenal though, as they can finish lower than second, the position they have been sat in for the majority of the season. And as they did lose in the Champions League semi-final on Wednesday against PSG, where will their heads be coming into this one? Only time will tell. I believe they will be deflated coming into this one, and for that reason I am going for a Liverpool convincing 3-1 win here, as Virgil van Dijk becomes only the 4th Dutchman in Premier League history to make 300 or more appearances. Thank you very much if you are still here at the end of my video. I really do appreciate the love and support I've been getting from you guys. Please do continue to like, share, follow, but most importantly subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have a good weekend guys, and remember, if you don't shoot, you can't score. Bye guys, have a good weekend.